So if you, like me, used to watch Proud Family back in the day, which we have to say now apparently, you're going to want to check out the rest of this video because it's going to be the review, my first impressions of the first two episodes of the new reboot, Proud Family. Is it Louder and Prouder? Louder and Prouder, Prouder and Louder? Anyways, let's just get to the episode. Welcome to Simple Robotics, the podcast. My name is Monique. I am the host of the show, and in this episode, I am going to be reviewing or doing a first impression of the Proud Family, Louder and Prouder. Once again, or maybe I didn't even say it actually in this episode, but Simple Robotics, the podcast, is a show that follows or explores the animation industry one episode at a time. You can find me on all social media platforms at Simple Robotics, and use the show's hashtag Simple Robotics Pod to join in on the conversation, and that way I can find your comments and your thoughts and also share it. I don't know if you are like a millennial or like an older Gen Z person or what have you. You should be aware of the Proud Family. It was a show that came out on Disney and ran from 2001 to 2005, and the creator of the show is Bruce Smith. So 20 years later, can you believe 20 whole years later? Like Kyla Pratt, who's the voice of Penny Proud, was 15 when she was doing the voice at the time that it originally came out. And now she's like married with at least 2 kids, right? Wow. So the 20 years later, right, they are doing a reboot essentially of the show. It's coming out literally as the time of this episode is being released. It will be out. And so it's 2020, it's made in America. So far, there's going to be, or at least there is, one season with about 10 episodes. And you can click the link down below if you're watching this video, or go to the episode show notes and you can check out the trailer. So this is from the Disney Plus website. I'm going to be reading, and it says, the 20s bring new career highs for Trudy, the mom, and wilder dreams for Oscar, the dad, as well as new challenges for Penny, including a socially woke neighbor who thinks that she has a lot to teach Penny. Penny also bullies social media influencers, spoiler, sorry, who want to cancel her, and then she's also navigating her own teenage hormones. And Penny's friends return, including Dejanay, La Cienega, Zoe, and Michael. Also, Penny's sugar mama is back as well. And so is the Spanish grandpa, who's not her grandpa, but you know who I'm talking about, Poppy. And she is ready as ever, sugar mama, to dispense tough love or a gentle hand whenever Penny needs it. Among a few new faces are Maya and KG, new kids who not only have to deal with the struggle of being the new kid, but also having 2 dads, which is a first for Smithville. So starting with episode 1, Penny wakes up seeing that she is taller and has also hit puberty. Like, she is like looking at her body and she's like, wow, something has definitely happened since yesterday. I guess that's how they're kind of picking up where they left off, but they acknowledge that things are a bit different. Things are a bit like upgraded, right? The theme song as well is a bit modernized. I think we all do, the theme song with Solange and, the backup singers. That's disrespectful. But in this one, sorry, I don't remember her name, but she sounds good, and I could respect the modernized version of it. We see that everyone has grown, not only Penny, the twins are a bit older, sugar mama, the parents, all that sort of stuff. And I really love the updated art style in the series, especially the first one. I feel like it really honored the first go around, the 2001, era, without stepping too far into like the new modern 2D animation look, like you can tell that things are like different. They definitely have upgraded, like I said, but it isn't too aggressive. The Gross Sisters also are now a rap group, and that was quite entertaining because they're not here trying to bully people and beat people up for money. They like have a record label too and have artists, and they like bully people to paying them so that their artists can have like exposure. And that was a bit comical. So what was also, and I should have said this is all spoilers, but you should know that because duh. So Sticky moves, the gang goes, and everyone's like kind of walking to school, and they go to Sticky's house, and they see like two new kids, and they're like, "Whoa, what's going on here?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, Sticky left us for you." And we see Sticky's in the car, and then the car zips off. And it's a letter basically where Sticky's saying like he had the chance to go live with like his father or something in California, I don't know, somewhere. And he's taking that opportunity. And so he's like, deuces. And then he goes. And I thought that was a good way to like remove Sticky from the series since Orlando Brown did voice Sticky's character. And that's its whole other thing. Lena Waithe voices the new one of the new characters, Maya, and I actually thought it was Keke Palmer at first for a while, and then I just learned that it wasn't. And I think Lena Waithe sounds really good actually. So lastly, for episode 1, I felt like I really resonated with the way that puberty hit La Cienega, like the just feeling like, I don't know, a hairy fur ball or something like that. I felt that like you have to groom and kind of clean and make your face even without makeup. Like I felt that the acne, the all those things, and I even suffer. Well, I have suffered. It's not as bad now from like adult acne, like in my early 20s up to my mid 20s. Adult acne was kicking my butt. So I just really, like I said again, resonated with that. So moving on to episode 2, I felt like the show now sitting in this felt a little bit more like a web-based game. I think if you remember the web game My Scene, I think like it was like these Barbie adjacent dolls. It was giving me My Scene. In this episode, Penny is basically hating on an influencer that all her friends are like obsessed. And then she tries to show like, oh, well, being an influencer is not that bad. So she becomes an influencer by making like a viral video, and then she keeps making viral videos and gets a whole lot of followers. And she's like super consumed by that. And I know that's extremely relatable for probably enough of the audience that the show's intended for. So Penny basically cancels the influencer, and now Penny's like a queen or whatever, and she lets it get to her head so bad. She's like canceling her friends, she's canceling all sorts of people. So Penny gets taken down by Maya, who's this neighbor, the super woke neighbor, because the neighbor makes a video basically exposing Penny and saying that how she's a sellout because her dad's in like a back alley doing this deal with Wizard Kelly and for money and all sorts of stuff like that. And, just helping people reach the assumption that Penny is not authentic and legit. So Penny's bubble eventually burst, and that's fine. And I left out a bunch of things in the first episode, but I also still want you to really like it. As for the second episode, I kind of told you everything, but that doesn't mean you won't still enjoy it. So as for the characters, most of the usuals are still there. The visual style, I already said I really like it. I think the shading, the way that they approach is really nice. The colors, yeah, I really think it honors the first round of the Proud Family a lot. And the animation style is still the same in terms of like the physical humor and like the squash and stretch of characters and all that sort of stuff is pretty much the same. I found this article from kget.com where they say that Bruce Smith did what he calls a teen upgrade to the look of the show. And I think that's exactly what you're going to see. You're going to see that it's definitely a bit mature without going full like adult animation. And as for the storytelling, executive producer Ralph Farquhar, I'm so sorry, Ralph, says that now, 20 years later, they don't have to tiptoe around a lot of topics that they used to have to, such as talking about the LGBTQ community and bringing that into the series with the Michael character. And like, you can see that, like, Michael's an awesome character. I love him a lot. So that was the first 2 episodes. That's what they showed us. And my final thoughts is like, I'm going to watch the rest of the series. I am. It may take me a while to watch it, but I will completely watch it. I probably won't come back to talk about it. If I do, it'll just probably be like in passing or something. But I really enjoyed it. I can accept it for what it is. I can accept the fact that it's not really for millennials who have grown up. Like, it's for probably the younger end of Gen Z, maybe, who were kids when, like, real kids when the Proud Family came out. But there's things I can tell that the millennials will enjoy, the younger generations will enjoy, and the more adults can also enjoy and appreciate from the show. So like I said, I'm definitely going to be watching it. I want to thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for not giving up on me. I'm getting back into the swing of things and I'm so freaking excited. As you can see, well, just this one, I started to put up my Funko Pops and working more on my decoration. Soon enough, this picture right here will actually be hung up on the wall, and so will this one here, because that fell off. So, little by little, getting things up and really excited. Again, the website, simplerobotics.com. Follow me on all social media at Simple Robotics. The Patreon's where you can watch this video, and I'm starting to do like blog updates, just letting people know things that's to come. Maybe you have some questions that you want to ask an upcoming guest. That's the place where you can go to do it. I have vlogs coming up. Like, the crazy thing is I had kind of batch created some stuff, and then I don't want to release it all together. I need the other stuff to go in between, and getting that other stuff to align has it just, exactly. So thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting, and I'll see you soon.